Yo, what is going on, guys? And today I want to talk about the Atlanta Hawks. Sorry if it kind of sounds weird. I'm in my bathroom because there's a lot of music outside and it would be picked up by the microphone if I was recording my usual setting. So, I want to talk about the Atlanta Hawks, who are on a 3-game win streak. And just in general, I think Nate McMillan has not been that bad of a coach for the Atlanta Hawks. He really has been interesting, and I think he's done a good job so far this year coaching the Atlanta Hawks. So far in the season, he's 16-12 as the head coach. And I think what you got to look at is this team's really been surging in the past couple games. We've seen guys like Danilo Gallinari. I was butchering that guy's name. Danilo Gallinari just coming alive. Same thing with Clint Capella and Trey Young, just to seem like their chemistry is at an all-time high. And Bogdanovic seems like in the past that he did have a struggle to start the year, but in the last 10 games, he has came alive. In the beginning of the year, he missed a lot of games due to injury, and that's understandable. And he kind of had a little bit of a cold streak to begin the year, but he's now getting consistent minutes on the court. In the past 10 games, he's been averaging 17 points per night, 1.4 steals, 3.5 rebounds, 4 assists, while shooting 48.5% from 3 and 52% from the field. He has been shooting lights out for this team, because literally what it is, I literally was watching them play the other night against the Warriors. So Trey Young was a couple times would steal the ball, or somebody would get a rebound or a steal and look up, throw it to Trae, and Trae would line up like he was about to take a three, and he would either lob it to Clint Capella, or he would wait till he sees Bogdan or Danilo Gallinari get to the other side of the three-point line that he's on, and he would just swing it to them, and they would just have a catch and shoot opportunity. And it's just been phenomenal to watch that. And it's so great that they're, obviously striving. And I honestly really like the addition of Lou Williams. When DeAndre Hunter comes back and Chris Dunn and John Collins and Cam Reddish all get back into the groove. I know Cam Reddish is out with the non-surgical procedure. He went on his right Achilles tendon, and John Collins is out with that lateral ankle sprain and bone bruise that he has. Chris Dunn and DeAndre Hunter seemed like they could come back. DeAndre Hunter is going under a procedure, so it doesn't look like Hunter's going to be back for a bit, and same thing with Reddish. But Dunn and Collins seem like they could be the guys who come back the soonest. And when you look at this lineup, Trey Young, who's also been just heating up, Bogdanovic, Tony Snell has not been bad for this squad, nor has Kevin Huerter, Danilo Gallinari, I've said it already. Onyeka Okongwu's starting to get it. You can see the NBA game is starting to slow down for him. He struggled mightily in the beginning of the year, but I know he's only playing 8.9 minutes, but he's going out there, and sometimes he'll have blocks and he'll grab rebounds, and it's not like he's doing anything flashy, but I think they're slowly bringing him on, and he does show some things. Lou Williams, I think honestly so far for the season that he's playing for Atlanta, in the 3 games, he's averaged 26 minutes per night. He's shooting about 2 threes a night and shooting 60% from there, and is 13.7 points. So basically in the 3 games he's played, he looks better than he was on Los Angeles. So I know he's probably a victim of age at this point, but I think that's a good signing, because a lot of their players are hurt for what seems like till playoff time. So I think Lou Williams was the scoring punch they needed to bring in to help them get that little push. And I've talked about Danilo Gallinari, and I want to show you guys that for the season he's shooting 39% from 3, and I know his 3-point shot in the last 9 games has been 34%, but I think Danilo Gallinari is like the perfect modern day stretch 4, and he works so well, like I said, next to Bogdanovic, when they have that lineup of Trey Young, Bogdanovic, Tony Snell, Danilo Gallinari, and Clint Capella, and then they have Solomon Hill off the bench. And Nathan Knight is actually, I think, really fun to watch. Nathan Knight's been playing less minutes than Onyeka, but sometimes he comes in and you're like, damn, Nathan Knight, you got a good motor on you, buddy. But yeah, Brandon Goodwin's another guy who comes in 10 minutes a night. They have so many shooters that it's awesome. Like past 6 games for our boy Brandon Goodwin, he's been shooting 41% from 3, and it's been really cool to see that. So I really like that. And then Tony Snell in the last 10 games has been shooting 60% from three and 60% from the field on 25 minutes a night. And he's been just incredible in the season. He's shooting for the season, he's 21 minutes. He's shooting 52% from the field, 57 from three, and 100% from the free throw line. Man, Tony Snell's having a hell of a year. And obviously he has been in the past a plus defender, but this year he hasn't been amazing at defense, but he's offering so much of a shooting punch. I know he doesn't shoot much, he doesn't score much. I think he's only made like 96 threes this year, or attempted 96 threes. So I know that's all in a small sample size. But the other guy who has been playing well is Solomon Hill. Solomon Hill's going out there shooting 36% from three, and he's a player who just came from the Miami Heat, and he's a great veteran for this team who helps give them that defensive presence that they've been lacking and needing. So that, he's good. I like him. I just really like this scoring, that this team has embraced the modern day philosophy of a basketball team, to the max potential. I also like Kevin Huerter. I think he's taking a small step forward, not as big as we would like, as you've seen in the past. Yeah, last year averaged 12 points, and he's shooting 36% this year on the same amounts of attempts. Last year he was shooting 38%. I just think he looks better at times, but I really like this full embrace of the three-point ball, which is just Trey Young, Bogdanovich, Tony Snell, Danilo Gallinari, Clint Capella. And when the lineup's healthy, you got DeAndre Hunter out there and John Collins and Cam Reddish. But the thing is if, let's say, Clint Capella is tired, you can move John Collins to the center position. Then you can move Danilo Gallinari, keeping up the power forward position, stretch the floor. It's just they have so much stretch floor position, because if you just look at this, the amount of shooters they have, let's just keep Hunter and Reddish out of there because they're hurt. They have Bogdanovich. Collins is a shooter. People forget how good of a shooter Collins is. Trey Young, Lou Williams. I'm really looking at this: 3, Lou Williams, that's 4, Kevin Huerter, that's 5, Tony Snell, that's 6, Danilo Gallinari, that's 7, Brandon Goodwin, that's 8. Then you got Solomon Hill, that's 9. And if you really wanted to say, I bet you, I don't know, there's no one else that could shoot threes on this team. I just really think this team is gonna be scary in the playoffs. I think they can actually be, if they can beat teams with a three-point ball and just go off on nights where they're really well with the three-point shot, I think they're a scary team going into the playoffs. And I just think it's a very underrated team that NBA fans and NBA analysts aren't really talking about, because I think the Atlanta Hawks are kind of loaded with three-point shooting, and I think they're one of the better three-point shooting teams in the league. And they have a lot of perimeter defense, because if you guys haven't realized, the way to win championships now is perimeter defense and three-point shooting and transition offense and defense, while being able to have somewhat good rebounding. And they have really good rebounding with Clint Capella and John Collins, but Clint Capella in general, who's probably the best rebounder, if not tied with Rudy Gobert. So I just think this is a team that going into the playoffs, people got to be like, hey, be scared. So I want to hear down below, what do you guys think of the Atlanta Hawks? Do you think they're going to make a run? What do you guys think? But that's it for my spiel today, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. But till next time, guys, peace out.